Everyone you know has a voice inside their head, just like you. A private world of thoughts, memories, fears. But you've never heard any of them. You've only ever heard your own. Which means you have no proof anyone else is in there at all.
Have you ever felt a profound sense of isolation, even in a crowded room? A strange, nagging thought that maybe, just maybe, you're the only one who's truly awake? This is the core of Solipsism, the philosophical idea that only your own mind is certain to exist. It's a lonely, unsettling concept, one that has fascinated thinkers for centuries. What if everyone you know, everyone you've ever met, is just a projection, a complex simulation running inside your own mind? Your family, your friends, the barista who knows your coffee order. What if they're all just echoes in the vast, silent chamber of your own consciousness? This isn't just a late-night thought experiment. It strikes at the deepest questions of existence. How do we know anything is real outside of our own perception? We experience the world through our senses, but senses can be fooled. We assume others have inner lives like ours, with thoughts, emotions, and dreams. Yet we can never directly access another mind. We only see actions, hear words. Believing that someone's laughter comes from real joy, or their tears from genuine sorrow, is, at its core, an act of faith. Imagine living as the sole audience member in a grand, empty theater. The actors move perfectly, they speak with convincing emotion, but you know it's all a performance. There's no one behind their eyes. The bustling city becomes an elaborate set. Conversations feel like pre-written scripts, and the love you feel, the connections you form. Are you just loving a reflection of yourself? This thought can be terrifying. It can drain the world of its color, its meaning, its warmth. If everything is just a figment of your imagination, what's the point of any of it? This dilemma is known as the problem of other minds. Philosophers have wrestled with it for ages. Most argue that assuming others are conscious is the simplest explanation for their behavior. After all, is it more reasonable to believe your mind is simulating billions of detailed lives with perfect consistency, or that those minds simply exist on their own? Think about it. When someone surprises you, teaches you something new, or challenges your beliefs, is it more likely that your own mind engineered an elaborate surprise for itself, or that another independent consciousness did? Still, the doubt lingers. It creeps in during quiet moments. You watch people pass on the street, each absorbed in their own world, and you wonder, are they really experiencing this moment as vividly as you are? Or are they just part of the scenery, like trees and buildings? This feeling has a name: derealization, a psychological state where the world feels dreamlike, distant, unreal. Often linked to anxiety or trauma, it's a defense mechanism, the mind detaching from a reality that feels overwhelming. But let's flip the script. Instead of fear, what if we saw this idea as ultimate responsibility? If you were the sole creator of your reality, then every action matters more than ever. Kindness isn't just behavior, it's creation. Beauty isn't merely perceived, it's brought into existence by your attention. Every thought, every choice builds the fabric of your universe. In this view, you're not a passive observer, you're the architect, the god of your own domain. And that carries weight. If a friend is suffering, are they truly in pain? Or is it suffering you've imagined? And if you've imagined it, don't you have a moral obligation to imagine healing instead? Suddenly, every interaction becomes an ethical choice. Did you create a world filled with compassion and understanding, or one defined by indifference and conflict? If the world is your reflection, then hating others is a form of self-hatred. Helping others becomes the ultimate act of self-love. Now, let's bring in science. Neuroscientists still struggle to understand consciousness itself, but we do know this. We have mirror neurons. They fire when we perform an action and when we see someone else perform the same action. On a neural level, our brains simulate the experiences of others. This is the biological foundation of empathy, a bridge between minds, a hint that we are wired for connection, not isolation. It doesn't disprove solipsism, but it suggests our biology resists it. Still, the gap remains. You're trapped behind your own eyes, the sole prisoner and king of your mind. So perhaps the real question isn't, are others real? Perhaps it's, what does it even mean to be real? Are you the same person you were 10 years ago? Your cells have changed, your memories shifted, your beliefs evolved. What then is the constant thread? If consciousness is the only thing that's real, what happens when it ends? Does the universe vanish with it? Does everything simply power down? It's a thought that strips life to its core. If nothing else is real, then your experience is infinitely precious. Every sunrise, every song, every quiet moment of awareness, a universe being experienced for the first and only time. So maybe the answer isn't to prove or disprove other minds. Maybe the point is to choose to believe in them, to take the leap of faith, to live as if every person you meet contains a universe as rich and complex as your own one, to treat them with the dignity you'd give to a fellow god. Because a world where only you matter is a small, lonely world. But a world filled with billions of conscious minds, each with their own story, their own light, that's a universe worth exploring. That's a reality worth belonging to. And in the end, the choice is yours. What kind of world do you want to live in? Thank you for watching.